what that unicursal is all about, my friends. Right? This price level right here at the open on the 8th. I should say roughly right here. I don't know why we didn't mark it off, actually. I think it's probably like that. Yeah, that's what it is. So that's the unicursal right there, and you can see that price level became significant as far as the next multi-day drop. Right, we dropped, then we came back to that price level, we dropped again, so it was a good price level to get in on the short position. This is definitively bearish. So this trade opportunity here towards the end of the day correlates to a Princess of Wands, which is an opportunity in the midst of a rally to open up a short position. And kind of hard to say. It's such a strong decline day. Decline, there's opportunity to open up a long position. And this would be the day I'd probably close out. If I tomorrow we may have a lower price level, but let me see. Yeah, and there's no trade advisement. Like, I would probably get out here out of a short position. There's probably, well, I would open up another short position though when the time is right, because, and I keep looking at the wrong one. We've got this sharp decline here on the 10th and the 11th. There's a correlation to a sharp decline, or 10th and the 13th, I should say. I mean, it does look like more decline. I'd probably a new position and take the profits from the position, the short position that should have been a month. If you're watching this after the live version, guys, like, you could get the prediction of the monthly ahead of, like, the first place you can get it is if you sign up for the free mailing list on our website, Tarot for Traders. And then every month that gets sent out. As soon as it's done, it gets sent out to everybody on that mailing list, followed by it gets scheduled on YouTube for like a month out or whatever. Not a month out, but it's like a few weeks later. You know, so in any case, you would have known about this trade here, and this is a good day to get out and get in a long position, it looks like, even though there's a decline there. So that's important to point out. We're revisiting a support level here. There's correlation in orange to a support level that we're revisiting. And that was back on the first day. The support right here. Revisiting. And that was an opportunity, right? It was a significant opportunity because there was a spike there. Guys, also I keep forgetting to mention this. So, a business, because nobody believes in psychics and everybody's like, oh, there's a scam in there somewhere, you know what I mean? So like they make it like really difficult for you to approval and set up with the merchant account. In the meantime, we're getting a Square set up. That should be set up in the next couple of days. In the meantime, before the Square gets set up, what we're doing is you can message us on the website. So sign up on the website, it's free. Message us, let us know what you're interested in getting. And what we do is we can have you send a donation for that amount to the PayPal donation link. We don't want to use it as like something to do invoicing and whatnot, because I don't want to run into the same problem with PayPal that we had with Wix. Right? Like I just want to use PayPal for donations right now. There's a few days of time where we can maybe use it for wiggle room, but it needs to stay as donations, because if I lose that, then we lose the ability to take in the 5%, and that's big deal. Um, in any case, so yeah, you can email us on the website and we'll set that up for you guys. Um, it's neither. It's neither is my sense. There's like a lot of back and forth going on, and we likely revisit lows. I mean, I could be off, and we continue to go lower. That is a possibility, because sometimes I'm wrong, and there are indications that we have lows here on the 13th and the 17th. But that was also done with a system that I started doing in February. I decided I don't like it. We don't do it anymore because it didn't have as good accuracy. So that's, it's a pop and drop probably tomorrow. And then we got like a sideways S decline on the 13th. But I would go bullish, because there's an opportunity. There'll be an opportunity tomorrow or on the 13th probably to. Yeah, this is an opportunity. Like it's a quick bullish trade, guys. We won't stay in it long, but there's definitive opportunity here in the midst of this decline. Well, really, that was an opportunity. We may go lower tomorrow, guys. There's a strong possibility that we go lower tomorrow. We either revisit this low or we go lower tomorrow. But even with that said, this day there's a bit of an opportunity in this decline to open up a long position. It may end up being no. I don't think cups here on the 10th and a bunch of ace of cups here on the 13th. I think we're probably going lower, guys. So what I would do is I would probably take profits on my short position and then put myself into a safer, like a another short position, but like a better position. Like get a nice like a different expiration, get a nice safe position, and you should be able to make some money, I think. And then in the other regard, probably on the 13th is when we'd want to get in the long position. Diagonal trend line. And in the midst of that breakdown, that's where I'd probably get in on a long position, which could probably be closed midday if you wanted to do a quick day trade. GRM? What do I have? Gridmaster? I saw another one for GRM at one point that was like Green Moon or something like that, so it's a little confusing. But Asher, are you talking about GRM, the Gridmaster coin? Hey, Carolyn. Uh, Tesla? Man, my Tesla readings, I feel like my Tesla readings have been some of my worst readings in the past, like, couple months. Um, that might have been the one, the reading that that guy was shit talking on. Such a dumbass. Thank you for waving your hand and telling me I'm an ass. I shouldn't use this info, and I blocked him. That's what happens when people act like dicks. They just point themselves out as the wrong people to be using this info. Where's this Tesla? I'd probably go. Yesterday would have been the best day. It seems like based on this, but I would probably go with tomorrow, early in the morning, based on what I'm seeing here. Well, not early, like late in the morning, I should say. I mean, matter of fact, you could take one today. You could take one. You could open a long position today. You have another option, so there has to be a bullet because there's a trade opportunity in there. Well, matter of it's hard to say the 15th or the 16th. To be prudent, I'd say the 15th because there is a drop on the coming after this high. Yeah, totally. I kind of had fun making that video of TYS. Like, I mean, I deal with it every day, guys. It's not just like, you gotta understand, it's not just like at business. When I'm walking down the street walking my dog, and some pretty girl walks up to me walking her dog and starts talking to me, what do you do? I'm not a liar, guys. I do not lie. Like, it's just, you know, I tell them, and if they can handle it, they can handle it, which is rare. If they can't handle it, they can't handle it. And usually, they just look at me like I'm trying to impress them and making some BS up, you know. But like everybody's pretty much discriminatory of psychics. It's a trait, and the fact that people could even there's people that even argue, what are you talking about? Like that's not discrimination. Like it's so blatantly discrimination. It's so accepted that people don't even realize it's discrimination, because like we've been brought up to think that psychic abilities don't exist. They freaking exist. I prove it every single day. Prove it with a stock chart. Nobody can fuck with that. Nobody. There isn't a person on the planet that can fuck with that. No one. So, it's after a while I have like this built up like frustration from not letting it out, you know what I mean? So that post was pretty cool. That was fun. I think I'll do that when I get another dick bag. I'll just continue doing that. And I didn't block them per se like immediately because I wanted them to see what I wrote. But yeah, yeah, we're probably gonna take a dip there. And what is this? What is this line here at 402? Where did that come from? Is that the Ace of Discs? I think that's the Ace of Discs. On the 6th. No, back further. Ace of Discs. You could probably play both sides of the market here because we're gonna go lower than the 200 day, but we're also gonna have some resistance at the 200 day. So you could probably play both directions. You're welcome, Carolyn. Thanks for watching. Oh, also there's a meetup. which is all about utilizing metaphysics practically in the real world. I got maybe 5 minutes ICP. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, there's a trade. Virtue. Oh, this is where those four aces were. I've never seen anything like this, guys. They're four aces, right? Like back to back in a row. 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th. I've never seen anything like that in a reading. It's like, yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens here. But yeah, there should be a trade in here. If it's not the 11th, then it would be the 12th because you have that Ace of Swords there, and a lot of the times Ace of Swords acts as a significant high price level, whereas the Ace of Discs in a lot of cases will act as a significant low. Not always. Sometimes it's a high as well. It depends on if you create support there or not. Same with the Ace of Swords. It's not always a high, but my sense is opening a short position earlier today probably would have been a good idea, and then closing it tomorrow and opening a long position tomorrow, closing the long position on the 11th or the 12th. But I mean, ICP for the most part is pretty bullish. It's going to have some back and forth like behavior through the same price level, but the overall theme is to the upside. So, you know, you got more chance of making money on the long side for sure. It looks like the reversal may even be. The reversal might even be right now, Carolyn. A matter of fact, I think the opportunity, the opportunity to go long, maybe. It's right on the cusp, so it could be now, it could be tomorrow, but a lot of wild behavior going on there. And then Bitcoin. Same thing with Bitcoin. Probably the opportunity is here at the end of the day. And it looks like it's either the 11th or the 12th to close it as well. If you could take a profit on the 11th, that's what I would do. Otherwise, the 12th is probably the day. I can't wait to get through these Februarys where I was using that system that you should never make serious changes during retrograde, ever. SPY, yeah, one more time, let's go. Right, so there's a good chance that we see a lower price level tomorrow. It's either that or it's going to be the same price level, but I see on the 1 month, there's a notable decline here on the 10th. Oh, this is the Tesla. On the 10th and the 13th, that's the yellow correlator, the ruin card, so through multiple support levels, which means we either open higher and then drop, or we have a lower day. And based on the fact that we have the death card for tomorrow, there's a strong possibility that there's a lower price level tomorrow. It's either lower or it's the same, but we should open lower than where we've just closed. That could be right here at 405, you know. And then there's like a pop and drop. It looks like here, pop and drop, with the low on both sides of that pop and drop. I'd probably open up a long position on the 13th, first thing well, not first thing in the morning, but in the midst of this rally that ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a decline through a diagonal trend line. When we're declining through that diagonal trend line, that I would utilize that as an opportunity to get in a long position, which you could turn into a day trade and close midday, or you could hold it longer. Keep going to the Tesla. You could hold it until, if you wanted to really hold it like a long position for a bit, you could hold it through. Alright, my friends, that's it for today. I gotta roll. But with that said, always a reminder, as always, guys, make sure you follow the rule of karma. It's not 5% to me, to a charity, or 10% to the channel, or 10% to the charity. You really should do 5 and 5. But don't forget about the other 5, because this is a major rule of wealth. In the book of The Richest Man of Babylon, which if you're interested in developing wealth, I highly recommend this book for anybody that wants to learn the principles of wealth. Principles are timeless, they don't change, versus laws, which are richest man in Babylon, and you follow those rules today and you should do pretty well. One of those is 10% tithing. Alright, guys. I haven't done like in a stock picker for pot stocks yet, but I'm glad you asked, because I just realized I haven't done a stock picker for it yet. So I'll take care of that pretty soon, and I'll answer for you later, Carolyn. Is anybody else having sound problems? Alright, guys, gotta roll. Follow that rule of karma, my friends. And blessings to all of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Damn, I'm skipping.